Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Hedera and HBAR, so let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. Currently, I am watching the market. This is going to be going live after indices do open, but we are basically trading at around the resistance point that I mentioned in my XRP video from earlier today. So I am expecting some downtrend within this market, most likely some volatile price action going, throughout this week. On the 24-hour span, though, we have been seeing, some nice moves on, some altcoins, like for an example, ApeCoin is up like 20%, Theta Fuel up 20%, Ethereum Classic up almost 20%, and so on. And of course, on the 7-day span, you are really seeing the gains there, as you do see multiple double-digit figures. And of course, HBAR has been sitting everything out. Yes, I know it is depressing, but hey, we have been, making a ton of gains on NFTs around Hedera, which I think is a great way to, make, a lot more HBAR in regards to up in your bag by 2, 3, 4, 5x, for an example. There's a NFT project that I mentioned on my NFT channel that has since then done over a 10x move. So definitely pay attention to what I'm saying on that channel. If you guys haven't, gone and checked it out, definitely go check it out. But HBAR currently is up about 5.27%. Volume is up about almost 34%. So nothing too remarkable right now around price action. But talking about NFTs, though, we have been seeing this area really kind of starting to spark up, and we do see here, an offer of 90,000 HBAR has been, made for this H-Hat Dead Pixels Ghost NFT on Zeus Market. This was quickly followed up by one of the largest ever transactions on Zeus Market, 99,000 HBAR. The record for the largest transaction on Zeus Market was broken today by a Headstarter.org exclusive coin NFT. Congrats to the buyer and seller. And of course, you guys do see that right there. And honestly, when we really kind of look at the Zeus Market records around transactions, things have been rapidly shifting around the NFT sector. And I love to see it. And guess what? As we do see a lot more eyes, moving over to Hedera, with NFTs, especially on Zeus, as you guys do see over here, exploring, HBAR Foundation, HBAR, and even VeChain, can we see some good volumes on their top NFT marketplaces, Zeus Market and, VC Official, respectively. And here we have, somebody who has over 65,000 followers moving in on the HBAR scene. And it's only a matter of time before we do see, Hedera start taking over. For an example, this goes back to July 9th, where, Zepsi first posted this. Hedera is the leading enterprise-grade DLT. In fact, it's the only viable option. Not only is it built by, Fortune 500s, but also solo devs. Has a vibrant, HBAR NFT community, seeing massive growth and an emerging HBAR DeFi ecosystem. The funny thing about this is that Zepsi posted this back on the 9th. Since then, the volume on Zeus Market, for an example, has surged over I think it might be like a 10, 20x now. It's insane. But this has sparked up some, attention on Hedera. And funny enough, we do see here the founder of X Spectre. Now, I talked about this project on my NFT channel, but we do see the founder of it saying, who can connect me with interesting HBAR projects? What are the best marketplaces for Hedera NFTs? Who can educate me about Hedera and HBAR Foundation? What similarities, with XRP Ledger community? Always learning, retweet and answers in the comments. Not X Spectre related, but to me, I do see a day where Hedera and XRP NFTs are working together in terms of, collaborations. I think that cross-chain NFT project collaborations could possibly be a very large, lucrative area to focus on. I'd love to see a lot more NFT projects doing that because we just don't see enough of it. But we do see, great to see you interested in HBAR. You can learn more about it. Of course, Zepsi coming in clutch. Great to meet you, on the space. I'm going to tag, somebody here. We also do see you can find all the information you need here. I love the community engagement around Hedera. I think that that's the number one thing around, HBAR that I just absolutely adore compared to other chains. The amount of support that these, NFT projects are getting right now around HBAR, it's amazing. And like I said, this is an individual that has 17.2K followers, but his project has over 28.7K, and this is one of the well-known projects within the XRP sector around NFTs. And like I said, Pay attention to these chains that have great efficiencies compared to, like, for example, Ethereum. In fact, I actually just mentioned this over an hour ago now. You know what would be cool? OpenSea migrating over to Hedera for a much more efficient ecosystem, higher grade security, more scalability. Transactions would be a breeze, and best of all, support for HBAR to purchase NFTs with. I could see this happening in the future, HBAR. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure that you are all aware the fact that like OpenSea has gotten hacked on multiple occasions. They have suffered from major problems. Going back to ApeCoin, as a matter of fact, like when we did see other deed launch, OpenSea was essentially down. They broke OpenSea, and not only did they break it, but also like gas prices were astronomically high. So to me, when we are looking at things around this sector, like I do focus on some of these major, projects or like these major marketplaces, for an example, moving over to Hedera. And remember, OpenSea has over 1.8 million followers. This is one of the largest NFT marketplaces out there. It was the number one for a very long time, doing massive numbers quarter over quarter during like 2021. So definitely pay attention to this if this does happen. I mean, like this is just me speculating, and it would be in their best interest, but who knows exactly what's going to happen. Eventually, at some point in time, I do believe that Hedera is going to take over many industries, not only NFTs. And of course, like when we actually look at the NFT sector, I think that a lot of people are trying to box themselves in by not really kind of doing themselves like a good service by comparing, Hedera to like something like, for an example, Cardano. Like ADA, was one of the most known tokens out there in terms of like, marketing. You've seen like a ton of YouTubers talking about it. But like here you have like the energy efficiencies compared to like Cardano and Hedera. It's not too far behind like Ethereum 2.0, which is laughable. But again, remember like ADA at one point in time hit like over $97 billion in market cap. I like $1 on HBAR to me is inevitable. Like we will get to $1 on HBAR eventually. And like that's just bare minimum. Remember, like ADA has a very similar, supply to HBAR. Yeah, we have about 50 billion total supply, but their circulating supply was around like 33.9 billion. HBAR is not too far behind in that aspect. We're sitting at about 21 billion, but we will eventually get to the $50 billion or 50 billion supply mark, which again, like at $1 would be about $50 billion in market cap, and at $2 it would be 100 billion, which again, like I think is inevitable eventually. And it most likely will happen before all the supply is out there. I'm more so like looking at if I had to put a guesstimate on a time frame, I would say like a $1 to $2 to possibly even $3 to $6 HBAR would be possible by around like the 2025 time frame, and it could happen this year, it could happen next year. I just don't like to put too much of a time frame on it. But also around like NFTs, we did see like Infinite World launches NFT grade, bringing the level of trust and confidence of the traditional art world to Web3. Remember, I've told you guys about Infinite World many, many times. Yes, they are built on Hedera. We actually do see down here that NFT grade can be leveraged to evaluate NFTs across the Ethereum, Hedera, and Polygon blockchain networks. And we are seeing this, pretty much provide the trust layer and confidence of the Web3 world to, of course, bridging, with the, Web 2's world as well. And we do see including energy consumption and CO2, an increasingly important component for users to incorporate in evaluating the carbon footprint of NFTs. I do think that the carbon footprint of NFTs is actually going to be a very large aspect going forward for a lot of NFT traders. We're actually seeing it be in a spotlight right now. And we do see down here the high level of detail offered by Infinite World's NFT grade product gives collectors the ability to accurately assess the real value of any given NFT, providing much needed trust and assessment tools to the NFT community. And yeah, I think that this is where things start getting very interesting around Hedera. I think that like the NFT sector, I know that a lot of people don't really like to support it, but I think that it's so early right now, and it's almost like planting a seed, right? You're just waiting for it to grow, and I think that at some point in time, Hedera is going to grow so fast. I think that people are just going to be in, shock about it. And we do see down here, like, while there is an enormous potential for NFTs to serve the best interest of artists, estates, foundations, museums, galleries, and auction houses, among others, tools to validate acts of integrity from, artifice to distinguish the work of, again, con men from the sincere are needed. And yeah, I do think that these tools are going to help the NFT, sector thrive, which again, like it's already growing rapidly around like Hedera, for example, but it has been like one of the largest sectors within crypto. Now, last but not least, I do just want to share with you guys two things. So first off, we do see here like HBAR is going to take over. What's coming, up for the Hedera Heatwave, Sausage Swap Labs decentralized exchange launch imminent. Zeus Market continues to blow up Hedera NFT. Enterprise use cases like Avery Dennison, Atma.io, Haley Swap decentralized exchange backed by Mantra DAO, launch. More and more eyes turn to Hedera. Yes, 100%. There's so many, people looking into Hedera right now. You love to see it. And of course, yes, Saucer Swap is launching on July 23rd. Mark your calendars. I do think that this is going to be pretty big for, Hedera. DeFi is officially here in scale. We do see here, you go live Saturday, July 23rd. It's official. Anyone with Hashpack app wallet will be able to swap tokens, provide liquidity, and farm 1 week from today. Couldn't be more excited to kick off the Hedera DeFi summer. And I think that everybody is definitely, looking into this. I think that, personally, I'm very excited for DeFi on Hedera because, again, like that is another sector that has rapidly, grown over the last couple years. I mean, like DeFi summer of 2020 was such a huge area to focus on. And yes, I do think that it is going to happen eventually yet again. Also, definitely go check out this thread from Sausage Swap Labs if you guys haven't already. Fully breaks down, the mainnet launch of, Sausage Swap, and also it really kind of breaks down the entire, tech stack behind it and where they're focused on and things like that, especially around like why it is important to have like available liquidity and stuff like that. So definitely go check this thread out. I think that you guys will definitely appreciate it. But with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As those up that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.